Okay, good evening everyone and welcome to the weekly armchair meeting. It's 2017 and it looks like it's going to be a cracking year for everybody in the group, both here in the UK and globally. There's so much happening this year. I'm really excited for all of you, particularly if you've just joined the business. This week we're going to be focusing on the incentives, which is absolutely what you need to focus yourselves on this year. You know, which one of our incentives do you really want to go for? Which two, or maybe it's three. You know, you can decide and plan with your upline to help you achieve those. And we're also going to be recognizing people who have retailed and sponsored this week. And most importantly, we're going to be recognizing the top 5 managers, both in the UK and globally for 2016. And the top 5 countries. My co-host this evening is Sarana Jordan down in Herefordshire, and Sarana, like many of the managers in the team, is building not just a great business here in the UK, but also globally, and has qualified for all of the incentives we are going to be talking about this evening. So who's recruited this week? You know, it's always really good to start with that. Who has got out there and sponsored new assistant supervisors into their team to create their group? So well done to you, Chantal Jordan, over in South Africa in Johannesburg. You've introduced Elni VD, sorry, can't pronounce that, Westhuizen, and Janine Little over in South Africa. You've also sponsored Crystal. Lots of really good things happening out in South Africa at the moment. I'm really excited for you guys and your teams. Now, one of the first incentives and probably the most important one to go for when you first join Forever is your 4 case credits. And there's good reason for this. You know, we measure our business in terms of case credits, and it's the cornerstone of our business, and it enables you to earn a really good income straight away. You know, lots of people join the business initially for that extra £250 a month, and that's what doing your 4 case credits will give you. And this is 4 case credits through retailing. Why? Because it gives you that immediate income, which enables you to cover your business startup costs, you know, your ongoing costs. So it will enable you to do tabletops because there's usually a small cost involved in getting out there and showcasing your products. It will help you to pay for the fuel to put into your car to go to the trainings. It will help you to pay for the Forever Training Day. So be that product training days or our Success Day tickets. It will help you to fund your personal development. And this is a big part of growing a Forever business. You know, I've been around this industry for a long time and I'm still clicking into personal development books and particularly into motivational trainings, even clips first thing in the morning, which is really helpful. So it will help you cover that, the cost of your phone bill, because you're going to be talking to more people. You're going to be using your computer. You're going to be using Facebook. You're going to be doing things online. So it covers all of those internet costs as well. And obviously to increase your own product usage. You know, it's a little, well, it's not a known fact, it is a known fact. The more products you use and enjoy using yourself, the more products you will retail, because you do retail the products that you use. So let's look at the profit that you can get on a case credit when you retail. So as an assistant supervisor, you're making your 30% profit plus your extra 5% bonus. So as an assistant supervisor, for every case credit you retail, you're making £82.60 profit. As a supervisor, it's £89.60. As an assistant manager, it's £101.50. As a manager, it's a whopping £113.28. So that's why we say when you first look at this as a business, do your 4 case credits through retail and you will earn £250 a month. An important thing to remember, and this is just a company stipulation, when you do your 4 case credits on a monthly basis, if you are sponsoring a lot of people in a month, you must put at least 1 case credit of product through your ID number. So for example, if you sponsor 4 people in January, that's brilliant. It will make you 4 case credit active in the UK because it's 1.085 per person that you sponsor, 2 case credits globally. But you can't count just sponsoring case credits. You have to have a minimum of 1 case credit that goes through your personal ID number. We encourage 4, retail 4 case credits, and then your sponsoring case credits are on top, because that way you will always have your cash flow. Now, in December in the UK, we had a 5 case credit incentive from the company, and all of you lovely people on the screen qualified for that. So well done you for focusing in December to do this. And your reward, your prize, is to come to a global, a GLT training day at head office in Warwick. So well done to you, Natasha Mason, Holly Bernard, Julie Johnson, Darren Cooper, Samantha Colwell, Janie Cotton, Sarana Jordan, Penny Thorpe, Fiona Day, Jane Weston, Jackie Harris, Selena Agai, Ben Agai, Uzma Iqbal, Farad Pinechun, Katie Gilman, Natasha Chadwick, Richard Smith, myself and Alex Sharp. You know, that shows that we all just focused in December and went for this incentive because it's going to be a great training day up at head office. And also happening here in the UK is another brilliant incentive for January, February and March. When you do 5 case credits in January, February and March, and you sponsor 6 new assistant supervisors by the end of March, this is what you get. This is a no-brainer incentive. You get free Success Express tickets for all the Birmingham Success Dates. So that's 3 weekends worth this year in 2017. You get free overnight accommodation and you get money towards your dinner on Saturday night. So like I say, a no-brainer. Absolutely go for it. And obviously we're coming towards the end of January now, so make sure you do your 5 case credits in January so that you're still in the incentive for February and March. But I know a lot of you are going for this, and it's going to be brilliant to be able to spend time together at these Success Express events. You know, that's when relationships are forged, it's when tips are picked up from around the team, and it's a bit of social time on the Saturday night as well. What we always like to recognise is the retailers of the week for the previous 7 days. So these are people who have gone out there, they've retailed, and we want to recognise them for that. So Team Thrive, this is you, Helen Grisdale, over in Singapore. So yourself and Damaris did a charity event with 30% of the profits going to families in Cambodia. So, you know, well done you. Beauty of working your business like this is you have the choice. If you want to give a percentage of your profits to a good cause, you can. And sometimes, you know, that's an incentive to allow people to go into different groups, different charities, because you're going to be giving a percentage of your profit to them. So Kat Hartemaker, I know you've also offered to donate some of your profit too. Helen is on over 8 case credits at the moment, so that's brilliant. And Damaris, I know you've done 6 personally. And I know when you're doing this campaign, when you collect $1,200, that's going to build 1 home in Cambodia. So what a lovely thing to be able to support. Lyndall, now I know you're brand new over there in Australia and you've been promoting our cleanse, our C9 and getting involved with the team marketing of it. I also hear you've done your first solo launch, so well done you. You know, that is a big step and you've done 6 case credits already. Wow, well done you. Okay, so today's topics are the incentives. I'm just going to run you through the different levels of 4 case credits because you get a pin when you do the different levels of 4 case credits. So you get a level 1 pin globally when you do 4 case credits for 3 consecutive months. A level 2 pin is when you've done it for 6 consecutive months, and a level 3 pin when you've done it for 12 consecutive months. The great thing about picking up your level 3 pin is it really shows you've got a consistent, solid retail business. So it's a brilliant thing to go for and to collect. Now, one of the other things we do is the product of the week. And this week, we're going to be focusing on the RG, which I know is a really popular product all around the world. And this week, Alex Sharp is going to take us through a little bit about RG, how she's got on with it, but also some of the unique selling points so that you can pick up some bits that are relevant to you. So I've just unmuted you, so over to you, Alex. Let's hear about your product of the week.
Hi, yes, thank you, Claire. Right, well, RG is a big hit in our house, and my husband even went to panic mode last month when we ran out, as he likes to go to the gym 4 times a week, and he plays rugby, and he's really come to rely on it now. And energy-wise, he said he's noticed a difference when he doesn't take it. And I'm the same, really, because I take it for classes such as HIIT and kettlebells, and just feel it gives me that extra power I need to get through the hour. We've just finished our C9s as well, and so for that it gives us that boost of energy that occasionally you just need whilst you're not getting as many calories as you might usually have. But yeah, L-arginine is an amino acid, and scientists refer to it as a miracle molecule, and this is because our bodies convert L-arginine into nitric oxide. That helps the blood vessels relax and dilate for greater blood flow. So with greater blood flow, supports many of our important functions in our body and helps maintain healthy blood pressure, overall cardiovascular health, immune function, muscle tissue, bones and tissue, male sexual function, fat and glucose metabolism, anti-aging hormone production. Also, it has the added benefits of pomegranate, which is known for its strong antioxidant properties, the red grape extract to help maintain healthy cholesterol levels, and grape skin and berry extracts for cardiovascular and immune system health. It's got a lovely berry flavour to it and a massive 5 grams of L-arginine. Just in one scoop or the contents of a sachet, you just pour that into 240 millilitres or 8 ounces of water. You can mix it in with your favourite aloe drinking gel. It also contains vitamins B6, B9 and B12, and that helps to reduce fatigue and tiredness. Vitamin D in it supports a normal muscle function. Vitamin C helps to maintain the normal function of the immune system during and after intense physical exercise. And you can take it about 20 to 60 minutes before you exercise, and then it can last about 6 hours in the body. So for us as a family, we just love that it gives us that extra energy, and really do recommend it to anybody. And that's why we love RG in our household.
Lovely, thank you for that, Alex. I know you were a little bit nervous because that's your first time speaking, but you just did an absolutely ace job, so well done you. Yeah, I love the RG too. It's my real go-to pick-me-up product in the afternoon when you get that afternoon slump. And just a little tip, if you want what I call rocket fuel, if you put an RG sachet into a Fab or a Fab X, that seriously does give you wings. It's brilliant. But obviously, as you heard from Alex, it's really good for muscle tissue repair. So this is a brilliant one to use for anyone that's into their sports pre-classes. And it can help even people that are into marathons. I've got a customer who's a marathon runner and they love it as well. So thank you for that, Alex. We're now going to go on to the next part of the incentives, and one of the ones that's such a good thing to go for is Eagle Manager. So I'm actually going to hand you over to a qualified Eagle Manager, the lovely Sarana Jordan, who's going to take you through the next part of the incentives. So over to you, Sarana.
Thank you, Claire. That was fantastic. Thank you, Alex, as well. I thought you did a great job there. It's quite nerve-wracking your first time on your webinar, so well done you. Okay, so Eagle Manager, really exciting. Why should you go for Eagle Manager? I'd just like to tell you that when I qualified for manager, I qualified in May, at the end of May, and I went for Eagle Manager, I qualified 9 months later. So even if you're a brand new manager, it should be in your sights. What is it? How do you become an Eagle Manager? Well, you do actually have to be a manager before you can go for this. And the qualification has 3 separate parts to it. So the first part is that you have to do 100 cc's of new. What does that mean? That means that everybody you sponsor it within the qualification period, which runs from the 1st of May to the 30th of April, every person you sponsor and everything they do, it's all part of your new CCs, and that's the same when we talk about Chairman's Bonus as well. You need to sponsor and build to supervisor you need 2 new frontline supervisors. So you need to personally sponsor 2 people and help them to the level of supervisor within that qualification period. And your total CCs in your home country need to equate to 720. Okay, so I hope that all makes sense. I've just covered when 1st of May to the end of April, and that's the same every year. I know it says 2016 and 2017, but it always runs from the 1st of May to the 30th of April. So last year it was Greece, Costa Navarino, and this year we're going for Barcelona, Rome and Monte Carlo. Quite a few of us are going for this. I'm quite close now. I just need 1 more person to get to supervisor and then we're there. I think that's the same for Julie and Claire. There's Natasha and Janie, and we're all going for it. But the first year we went to Lake Tahoe, and I'd never even heard of Lake Tahoe. It's absolutely stunning. It's a place in California, on the border of California and Nevada, and it's probably one of the most amazing places I've ever been to in the world. Forever do send you to the most awesome places, and it really is 5-star accommodation all the way. One of the next incentives I want to talk to you about is car plan. Now, once you've become an Eagle Manager or on the way to Eagle Manager, something that's really good to focus on is car plan, because this is a stepping stone. Eagle Manager and car plan are stepping stones towards chairman's bonus. And look at the incomes there. You know, level 1 over 3 years will give you an income of about £9,468. It could be a little bit less, but that's the maximum. But would you like an extra £9,500 for building your business anyway? You know, so you really ought to be qualifying for these incentives. As you can see, level 2 over 3 years would give you 14,000, just over 184, or level 3, 18,900, nearly £19,000 over 3 consecutive years. You can see the breakdown there as well. You can see what you have to do for level 1, 2 and 3. So at level 1, you need to do in your first month of qualification a minimum of 50 cc's total in your resident country. Month 2, it needs to be a minimum of 100 cc's, and month 3, 150 cc's. Now this is not your global total, it's your resident total, so just make sure you're aware of that when you're going for it. Level 2, it's 75 cc's in the first month, 150 cc's in the second, and 225 in the third. And that is the other thing I didn't say. You've got 3 consecutive months to go for this incentive. Level 3 is 100 cc's in your first month, 200 in your second month, and 300 in your third month. And look at that, a whopping £19,000 over 3 consecutive years. So in the team, we've got 3 people qualified here. Claire, Julie and myself are all qualified for car plan. We're all getting that extra income. And Claire, I think Claire already had a Lexus, but she did buy a new Lexus when she went into car plan. Julie went out and got herself a very swanky Q7. But I used it to help fund my horse habit. I have actually got a new car, but I already had sort of invested in that before. I didn't use it to buy a big car or a very swanky car. I've got quite a modest car because I have a terrible habit called horses, but we won't go into that now. So how would you spend your earned incentive? You know, you need to look at this and think, what difference would an extra £263 to £525 a month, what difference would that make to your life? What would you spend your money on? How many of you on here play the lottery game? So if I won the lottery, I would spend it on blah. You know, the chances of winning the lottery are quite slight, but the chances of qualifying for car plan. And also to say that the lottery is a one-off payment. Once you've qualified for car plan, as long as you keep building your business, you can stay on this for the rest of your life and forever. So this can be extra money for the rest of your life. You know, how does that sound to you? What would you choose to spend your money on? What would you buy? Who would you buy it for? Who would you share it with? What could you give your loved ones? Because that is an amazing figure. I think that's over 3 years, that 9,500 to 18,900. That's actually over 3 years, but still an extra, I think it's an extra 3,000 to 6,000 a year. I can't quite remember now, but it's quite significant. And you have to think about that and what it could do for you. I actually, because of my forever business, I'm educating my children privately, and I know I'm not alone here. So how many of you are spending money on school fees? And you know, it's mega, isn't it? Absolutely mega. For those of you that maybe like nice things, nice shoes, nice shopping, maybe you don't have children, so you could spend a bit more on your shoes. I certainly can't be buying the Bhutan shoes as well as educating my children privately and my horrible horse habit, you know. But it doesn't matter, because the great thing about this extra money with these incentives is you get to choose what you spend it on. Would you like to make some home improvements? Do you not get to go on holiday very much? Would you like to save that money up and go on a really fantastic holiday, an all expenses paid holiday? Because that's how you can think of it if it's extra money. Car plan is also something that you need to be on to qualify for chairman's bonus, so it's really, really important. One of the biggest incentives, and I think one of the something that we all ought to go for the moment we get to manager, is 100 Club, because this is where you can really, really start to build your business. So what does 100 Club mean? Well, to get into 100 Club, you need to do 100 cc's of business outside any of your manager legs. So this is all of your open business. That's everybody you've sponsored and their downline that's frontline to you that's not yet a manager. Okay, and if you qualify for 100 Club, you are looking at a minimum of £2,000 a month income. Okay, and if you're in 100 Club consistently, you will be bringing managers through. So that will be the absolute bottom income, £2,000 a month. So you're becoming a professional networker at this, and that's what we all ought to aim to be. You know, you need to learn to become a professional and a natural networker. It needs to be comfortable, because this is one of the key areas of what we do. If you have a high open business, it's equating. You can see that Claire's put it down there. The way I look at this is basically your CC value. To knock off how much money you want to earn. If you want to earn £2,000 a month, knock off a naught, which makes it 200, and halve it, and that's 100, which is the CC value. So for instance, if you want to earn £5,000 a month, knock off a naught, halve it, 250, and that's the amount of CCs. Roughly, to be honest, it's likely to be less. You'll earn, if you're doing 250 CCs, you're likely to be earning more than 5,000 a month. But it's a good way of equating how many CCs. It's a good way of breaking down the CCs to show you what you need to do to get the level of income that you desire. Your open business is your seedbed for your managers. In your open business, and create some fire, light a fire under your team, and watch them all sort of start to go for it. It's really exciting when they're all working together. And you need a certain amount of open to qualify for Chairman's Bonus. And Chairman's Bonus is another way of boosting your income on top of what you already get monthly, and your Forever to Drive. This is extra. And it will give you security. If your open business is strong and you're always bringing new people into the team, always sponsoring new people, your income security is going to remain. It's going to be there and focused. So level 1 of 100 Club means that you need to do 100 CCs in personal and non-manager business for 3 months. Level 2 is the same, 100 CCs in personal and non-manager business for 6 months. And you also at that level you get a free iPad. Just Forever are so generous with their incentives. They run these incentives, you go for them, and you get all these extra things just for building your business. Level 3, which is accumulate your 100 CCs in personal non-manager business for 12 months. That will give you £350 worth of travel vouchers. Level 4 is £400 worth of travel vouchers, and level 5, that's doing it for 36 consecutive months. Level 5, sorry, that's for 36. Level 6 is for 48 consecutive months, and that will give you £600 worth of travel vouchers. Forever never stop giving. As you build your bonus, you'll realise, and you're going to find out just how generous they are. But what I'd like to say is that more importantly, these incentives are built to help you build your business in a stepping stone fashion. So you need to be on car plan to qualify for Chairman's Bonus. If you qualify for Eagle as a new manager, the likelihood is you're bringing new people through, and that will also help you qualify for Chairman's Bonus. So all of this, they're not just plucked out of the sky. Forever's marketing plan is watertight and very clever, and helps us with the future to build our secure financial future. Claire, I'd like to hand back to you. Thank you very much for having me on.
Brilliant, thank you, Sarana, and succinctly explained. Love your enthusiasm for the business and for the incentives, and as you've proved with your team, you're leading the way and qualifying for those. Okay, so what's next? What else have we got? We've had a lot of great incentives. Well, the one that's really called the icing on the cake is our Chairman's Bonus. And there are 3 different levels for this. And again, this is simply for doing what we should be doing anyway, for building your business. But what does Chairman's Bonus mean? Well, level 1 of Chairman's Bonus means you need to be a manager, which means you need to do 700 case credits in open, Of those 750 case credits, 150 case credits must be new, i.e. new case credits for that year. The chairman's bonus incentive runs from January to December each year. So once you are manager, you then need to do 700 case credits in open, of which 150 are new. You need to be on car plan, which Sarana has just explained to you, and you need to have a manager somewhere in your downline in your home country that achieves 600 case credits in that year. So we had an absolute blast picking up our chairman's bonus checks last year in South Africa. Sarana picked up what's called her first level 1 check. So it was so exciting for her. As you can see, $3,995. Thank you very much. That'll fund that horse habit. And I was lucky enough, because Sarana had qualified, I then qualified at a slightly higher level, which is called level 1, which I achieved, +1, which is what Sarana achieved. So I had a double-sized check, 8,375 of your very lovely dollars. So chairman's bonus is absolutely something to go for, and I know there are more people in the group that are going to be going for it this year. So if you want chairman's bonus explained a bit more, sit down with your upline and we will share that with you, because it's a great incentive to go for. Level 2 chairman's bonus means you have done it, so you've qualified at level 1, but you've also got 3 separate manager legs who have qualified for it as well. And this is when the checks start to go up massively. So this in this picture you can see Paul and Claire Barradell. That's a level 2 check. Their check was $84,000. Level 3 is when you go up another level, so you qualify for it yourself and you have 6 separate manager legs that qualify for it in your group. So there you can see Adam's check, and last year, I mean, that is pretty nice, $446,000 is what Adam picked up last year. And for those of you that were watching the rally last year or have seen the pictures, you'll know that there were 2 people from the UK that picked up checks of over $1 million at that level 3 level, and that was Natalie Healy and John and Jane. But what does it mean? Well, when you qualify for chairman's bonus, you automatically qualify for the global rally. So last year it was in South Africa, and this year it's in Dubai. Oh my life, so excited. There are 2 ways that you can qualify for the global rally. One is to do chairman's bonus, and the other is to do a certain number of case credits globally. So these are the different levels. So 1,500 case credits means that you qualify to come on the global rally as well. So both myself and Julie Johnson have qualified at that level, and Sarana has qualified for her chairman's bonus check. So that is so exciting to have 3 people qualifying for the rally. And now this is separate to chairman's bonus, but just wanted to make that clear for you. There are different levels. So at the 1,500 case credit level, which is what Julie and I have got, you get 5 nights free accommodation, and you get spending money, and you get your flights paid for, and you get to take somebody with you. How cool is that? The next level up is 2,500. 5,000, 7,500, 10 and 15,000. That's your global case credits added together. Basically, the more case credits you do globally, the more nights accommodation you get paid for. But also, whenever the global rally is in a country, there is an opportunity for you to come along to the actual rally itself, which is such an exciting part of the rally, because it is the days when there is global training from the global leaders, and of course the giving out of the chairman's bonus checks. And I'm so pleased that people within the team this year are funding their own trips, because it will knock your socks off. I know Lauren Harley paid for herself to come out to South Africa last year, and she loved the rally, and it's pushing her to really grow her business this year. So I'm really pleased to hear that some people from the team are paying their own way to come to the global rally, and specifically to the days of the rally. And those are Shannon over from Australia, the 2 Helens, so Helen Grisdale and Helena Corsi, Alison Coates from South Africa, Natasha Mason from the UK, Louise Cullen and Katrina Hart. Really looking forward to spending time with you all at the rally, and well done you guys for funding your way to experience the global rally in Dubai. Just wanted to say, if you can see the higher levels, so at 7,500 case credits and above, you can see it says plus GLT. Well, that's called the Global Leadership Team. So when you do 7,500 case credits globally within a 12-month period, you are invited onto the Global Leadership Team, which is a very special team. They get to sit down and talk about how the business could be improved globally, but they also get lots of extra treats. At 10,000 case credits, this is where it gets a bit silly. You get given a suitcase at the Global Rally with $10,000 in it. Yes. And at 15,000, it's the same. You get a suitcase with $15,000 in it. How cool is that? So certainly plenty to go for in terms of qualifying for the Global Rally. Okay, so one more incentive, the Network Professional Pin Incentive. So in the UK, when you sponsor 24 people within 12 months, that's our level 3, you get the very coveted yellow suitcase. And it was so much fun to watch Natasha and Julie pick up their yellow suitcases at one of the success days. So it's slightly different in each country globally, but in the UK here we reward people with the yellow suitcase when they sponsor 24 people within 12 months. And it's a fantastic marketing tool. You know, you can use that to take your products to product launches or even wheel it around as your carry-on case when you're traveling. It's a talking point. But I suppose the point is, and this is what Sarana was explaining, you know, use the incentives. You know, you don't have to be great to start in this business, but you do have to start to be great. So use the incentive that drives you most. You know, what is it that you want? Do you want to be an Eagle manager and come on one of the trips? Do you really want that car program? Do you really want to come to the Global Rally? What is it that's going to float your boat? And put that incentive on your vision board. You know, if it's a car that you want, what kind of car do you want? If you want to put that extra money towards something like Sarana has towards educating your kids, you need to see that, because when you visualize things, even if it's just a few pictures on the front of your fridge so that you're seeing it every day, you will be more attracted to achieving them and bringing those things into your life. So what to do to achieve them? Well, obviously develop your vision. That's most important. Visualize what you want and then develop your plan to achieve them. In other words, sit down with your upline and plan out those case credits. Map your income producing activities on a monthly basis and take action. You know, do those income producing activities. And master your mind. You know, feed your mind with good things so that you believe you can achieve, and you go out there and you do it. And one of the simplest ways of doing that is listening to some positive motivational clips that you can download simply from the internet. If you just put in motivational videos into Google, there's anything from 2 minutes to 5 minutes you can listen to on a daily basis. For more training on any of tonight's topics, on any of these incentives, go to our fantastic Smart Pod. You know, we worked very hard on this last year to put things together for you globally. And it really is a one-stop shop. So go to the Smart Pod, and if you click on the incentives pod, there's more information for you there if you want to go back to it. Okay, so what awards and promotions have we got this last week? Well, a massive well done to Marjorie Nkone in South Africa, new supervisor. I know you're really excited about this, and you've just had a success day this weekend and you were pinned with your supervisor badge. So well done you. Quick few shout outs. Shout out to Katrina Hart, who's celebrating her first year forever anniversary this weekend. Well done, Kat. You've really upped your level of activity and involvement. And although you have a full-time job and a little boy, yet the last couple of weeks you have done all sorts of things. Oh, here we go. Here's your list of things that you have done around all of that. So you've done thank you cards for all of your customers, giving them a gift voucher as a thank you. Great idea there. You've also went to a fermenting workshop on Friday night and prospected the host after the event who was interested. So good luck with that. I hear you've booked a regular monthly market in Brisbane and sent a number of FB messages to friends around the world. Well, there's a tip there for all of us. How many of us have friends around the world? How many of us have actually messaged those friends and maybe sent one of the 5-minute videos as a teaser? Maybe your upline's 5-minute video or the Aidan O'Hare one. You know, they're all good. They're all good teasers for people to look at your business. And after hearing that the regular Brisbane BP had been cancelled, you just use your growth mindset, and instead of complaining, you sent the country sales manager an email saying you want to contribute to the Brisbane BP moving forwards. Brilliant. Well done, Kat. Shout out to Jackie Platt for attending the sport and weight management training this week. You know, we know the more trainings you go to, the more you feed your mind, the more you will grow your business. And it's really interesting to go to the trainings. You know, these trainings have been put together by experts, so it's a wealth of knowledge for you to pick up. And well done to Holly Bernard. I hear that you've organised a product talk in a care home for the elderly residents and the carers. So I know you're working on getting more booked in. So well done you. You know, that again is a fantastic market. Now, drum roll. I want to announce our top 5 managers for 2016, and it gives me the most amazing pleasure to say in at number 5 is one of our newer managers, Penny Thorpe. So well done to you, Penny. Penny is based in the kind of Brighton area. So brilliant work, Penny. Well done you. Janie Cotton, number 4. Janie, as you all know, is my sister-in-law, but based in Herefordshire. So well done, Janie. In 3rd place is Natasha Mason, here in London, well, London and Bedford. Good work, Tash. In 2nd place is Julie Johnson, but the number 1 Global Superstars manager in the UK for 2016 is my co-host for this evening, Sarana Jordan. So well done, Sarana. You know, you've worked hard in the last 12 months, and you're incredibly focused. And I know that your team are very supportive of you, and you give as much as you receive. So well done you, and well deserved on that number 1 spot. Okay, so top 5 managers globally. Let's have a look what that looks like. Here we go. So in at number 5, Janie Cotton, well done you. In at number 4, Roger and Josephine Williamson. And Roger and Josephine in particular have a big impact in South Africa. Number 3, Sarana Jordan. Number 2, Natasha Mason. But number 1 is someone who has really focused on her business globally. And the great thing about Julie's team is she has as much going on in the UK as she does globally. And I'm sure she won't mind me sharing with you that she achieved over 2,100 case credits in 2016. So that is a brilliant achievement. Well done, Julie. Really, really proud of you. It's a fantastic achievement in the short time that you've been in the business. And our top 5 countries, what are they? Well, obviously, in at number 5, we have Dubai, which is where we are going to for the Global Rally. So can't wait to connect with some of our Dubai team. Singapore, you're in there at number 4. Australia, number 3. There's a lot going on in Australia at the moment. South Africa, fantastic, number 2 position. And obviously number 1, unsurprisingly, is the UK, because that's where our biggest movement and number of managers are. But I have to say, I'm really proud of everyone in the team. You know, you've all contributed to your country's turnover, so it's, you know, it's exciting to see who the top 5 countries are. And you know, hey, who knows where it could go in the next 12 months. So keep focused, keep working, get those case credits going through your business, because you want to achieve manager, but you'll also help your country move up in the top 5. Okay, so thank you everyone for listening. I hope you've enjoyed the incentives training this evening. I hope you're now focusing on which incentive is most important for you. And just as a final note, there in the UK, we have got some GLT business presentations happening around the country for the rest of January. So there's one in London tonight, and there's another one in London at the Cumberland Hotel on the 30th of January. But have a chat with your upline and see where your nearest GLT BP is to you. And I would urge everybody to go along to them, because they're launching the new business presentation slides. They'll be presented by the movers and shakers in the UK, and then we as a group will get together and we will present that BP to everyone else, so that the global team can hear and see our new slides as well. So thank you very much everyone for listening. Thank you for all your efforts in 2016. Let's get out there and have an absolutely cracking 2017. Bye for now everyone.